Shout out Bruce Gas, aka Toka 2. You know I had to drop a track for my boy. Yeah, I've been here rapping boys out here telling favors. I'm the hardest young nigga, I ain't signed to no label. Hey, Bruce Gas putting no fights on the table. I'm calling that boxing since Kane versus Abel. Smoking so much gas, you would think that shit was fatal. I'm the people's champion like Muhammad Ali. Shut up, Bruce Gas, one day we gon' meet. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, we gon' smoke hella weed. Yeah, we gon' blow it down, take a hit out the Toka 2. Slipping hella shots, feel like Tyson with the peak. With a little Glock by my side, but it hit just like Isaac Cruz. Shout out man, Chad, real shit, that's my fucking dude. We always cooking on the panel. Strapped to my side, I ain't talking about no sample. Bruce passed me the blunt, I'ma light it like a candle. Ayy, non-stop bars, man, I always spit flames. Feel like Bruce Gas always got a different strain. Bitch, you ain't like me, you can never feel my pain. You win and you lose, well, this a fight game. Don't beef on the net and the shit won't change. Said that on the stream, you gotta do it for the game. Said that on the stream, you gotta do it for the chat. I ain't undisputed. Yeah, hold on, I ain't undisputed, but I want all the straps.
Bruce Gas here. I don't know if anybody else is here, but it's a special day today. 50 years ago, one of the greatest fights in boxing history, the Boxing Lounge. Salute, man, salute. This is the anniversary we are experiencing today, man. October 30th, 1974. The Rumble in the Jungle. There we go, man. A couple of people are filling in here now. Let me get my head in the right frame of mind for this. And let me show you what's going on right now outside my window. There he is. There he is, man. Joe himself, bro. I got the Boxing Lounge. I got Martin Dunk standing here, my man from across the pond. Wheelchair Man John and Joe, man. I wanted to do this earlier so I could get some of you cats from across the pond with this one. But right now, man, I'm going to show you what's going on outside my window. This is one of the coolest things going on right here, man. Let's see if we can bring this up on the stage here. Check this bad boy out. I got this barge coming by, being pushed by a tugboat. And that sucker has got to be, damn, that's got to be 70, 80 feet off the ground, man. Look at that bad boy coming through. That is, cruising by the window here. Cruising by the window. We've got a few minutes here. Let me get my brain in the right frame of mind for this. Straight to the point, my brother. Salute, man. Salute, man. Carlos Mendoza. Salute to you, man. There we go, Joe. That's my shipment pulling in. It's kind of funky to see go by your living room window in the morning, isn't it? There. Got the crane on there. You got those telephone poles on there. Let's see if we can see a person out there. Is there anybody out there walking on that deck? See that tugboat? That's pushing that barge. That barge doesn't have any power in it. But you got a big old tugboat. You know them stories you used to hear about the little tugboat that could, that wouldn't, that could? That's him out there right now. But that's just part of the beauty that I enjoy around here, man. And let me show you some more beauty that I'm going to enjoy around here today. This is a little bud of Platinum Kush. Let me show that to you if I can. There we go. Nice little wake up nug there. This is outdoor grown. You notice it has that homey kind of a look to it. All right, man. Let me talk a little bit about this great fight, man. This fucking 1974. My brain is going back because 1974 was kind of the year that I came of age, I guess you might say. You know, I was on my own. I found love. I mean, it was a wild time. El Harvey, salute my brother, salute. But this fight, man, this was the rumble in the jungle. You see, Ali had already run out of opposition. Do a few things I have to do here in my technical department. Being a technical director, okay, I want to make sure I get the fight here. But October 30th, 1974. I'm still straight. This is a very, very rare time you're gonna see me. You're gonna see me straight. I gotta get high before I do this, though. A little flavor there. Maybe stimulate the back of my cerebral hemorrhage, my brain over here. Oh, Joe, the undercard. It wasn't even an undercard. The biggest name on the undercard was Bobby Stewart. Bobby Stewart's kind of the guy who discovered Mike Tyson in Catskill, New York. But it was all New England fighters. It was the undercard was really a joke. It wasn't about the undercard, man. It wasn't yes technique. I remember this like it was yesterday, bro. I didn't see the fight as it happened. You see, I had this job when I was in Boston. I was in Boston in 1974. I was a student at a place called Graham Junior College. It's owned by Boston University. It was their broadcasting school for radio, television, and you know, something called cable. That was only something they were talking about. That wasn't even a reality back then. Anyway, when I was a student, I had this job, and it wasn't a paying job, but I was an usher, an usher at the Boston Music Hall and at the Orpheum Theater. And this guy named Frank J. Russo, he was a promoter. He put these concerts on. His cousin or something went to school, and I knew him. Anyway, I got this job, and all I did was I go to all the concerts in Boston, man. All the concerts in Boston. I go there with a flashlight. Put people in their seats while the first act is playing, and then I can do whatever I want for the rest of it. I can go home, or if it's a good act, I'll sit there and watch it any seat I want. Backstage credentials, you name it. But anyway, on this night, it was Bruce Springsteen was playing a concert, and I'm a Springsteen fan, but I'm a boxing fan. Dyed in the wool, and I wanted to see this fight. Friends of mine had closed circuit tickets at a place called Saunders Theater in Cambridge, and they had one for me. And I called up Frank. I said, "Hey man," I said, "this is Ali. This is the rumble in the jungle, man. Muhammad Ali might get killed in this fight. I gotta see this fight." He says, "Bruce," he said, "you can go to the fight, but you're not gonna be an usher over here anymore." And there was 100 people waiting for my job. It was the best job in the city. Didn't pay a nickel, but man, the bands that I saw, the people that I met, is priceless. So anyway, man, I'm ushering at the concert, putting people in their seats, and I'm thinking in my head, man, I'm gonna get out of here because Dr. John was the opening act, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go to Cambridge. I'm gonna see this fight. It wasn't gonna happen. It was just such a huge concert, and I mean, people were pouring in. And Bruce Springsteen, man, 1974, the boss. So anyway, man, I'm in there doing my thing, and I'm sitting down after the opening act, after Dr. John. Bruce Springsteen comes out and he goes, "Hey, I want to tell you something. Muhammad Ali knocked out George Foreman in the 8th round in Zaire. And he's the heavyweight champion of the world. Whoa. Whoa, is this guy playing a game on us? Is this a fucking joke? No joke. No joke. No joke. But let's get back to this fight. Let's get back to the beginning here, man. Let's get back to the concept of the Rumble in the Jungle. I hope that music's not too loud in the background. But that's a concert last night. There was at Smalls Jazz Club in Greenwich Village, New York City. Amos Hoffman Quintet. And next to the background music that I can't get slapped for because it's a live concert. And I was in the club. This is my brother Chris Ireland, man. Salute, man. Salute. George Foreman kind of came out of nowhere in 1973. Destroyed Joe Frazier in 2 rounds to take the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. This is after Joe Frazier had defeated Muhammad Ali in Madison Square Garden. So Foreman's next fight was against Ken Norton in Caracas, Venezuela. He destroyed Ken Norton. Oh, like nobody ever had. He exposed Ken Norton for that technique mandible that he's famous for when he opposes big punches. But anyway, man, Ali was coming off the loss. And let me go look. Let me see who Ali fought in the meantime, because man, my brain doesn't remember. You know, we know he lost to Norton in that disputed fight in '73. But let's see what he did before the fight. Yeah, I fixed up my studio too, man. I put a 6x6 under my keyboard, raised it up a little bit, raised up my 2 screens in front of me, kind of making it a little more professional, so I'm not like this, creaking my neck and everything else. But let's see, man. Before this fight, Ali he rematched Joe Frazier in Madison Square Garden, a unanimous decision for the North American Boxing Federation title. And this was only shortly after he had come back. He beat Ken Norton in the rematch by split decision. I mean, those 2 guys, they were back and forth. So when George Foreman handed Ken Norton that defeat, I said, "Oh no, man, this is not going to go too well for Muhammad Ali." I felt bad for him, man. I know I saw the best of Ali in the '60s, and the comebacking Ali of the '70s, man. He was Ali, but man, this George Foreman, this kid was a killer. This guy was taking no prisoners, man. He was mopping the floor with the best heavyweights around. Ali got the fight, man. Ali got the fight. Don King had to find a venue for the fight because he needed $5 million. And there were no promoters. There were no venues in America that were going to give him $5 million because everybody looked at it as a mismatch. And Ali was nostalgia. But he reached out and he found President Mobutu, Zaire, Africa, man. His advisors convinced him that this would be good for his country, good for the revolution, raise spirits, unite. And that slick fucking Don King, man, he got the money up front. He got Mobutu to sign, and he also had this huge concert that was going to go on the same bill. And it had B.B. King, Aretha Franklin, Earth, Wind and Fire. This was like this was an event that they were putting together. Oh man, am I going back in time right now? Whew. George Foreman came to the country. He thought he was going to be welcomed. He said, "I'm coming back to Africa. I'm blacker than Muhammad Ali. I'm going to be the A side here. I'm the heavyweight champ. I'm coming back to my people." He got off the plane and he had his German Shepherd, Belgian Shepherd, whatever you want to call it. And the people from Zaire, they had been colonized by the Belgians, by the Belgian people, and they had been military rule. The dogs had been sicked upon them. They saw George walking with that German Shepherd, man, and all they thought of was to sicken the dogs on the crowds, man. And it was like, man, who is this guy? Is this guy is he coming here to colonize us, or is he the heavyweight champion of the world? And Ali, on the other hand, man, Ali went there, and Ali was known throughout the world. He was known throughout the world, and they were chanting Ali, Boombaye. And he said, what the hell does that mean? It means Ali, kill him. Ali, and Ali's with him. Ali, Boombaye. And I mean, the crowd loved Ali. Ali was the hero. Foreman was the bad guy. Ali had when Ali went for his morning runs, he had crowds around him. The children were following him. Chris, you know it, man. You know it was one of those a time in this country. Patif was strong. Anyway, man, this was a Mobutu. He ruled his country with an iron hand. When they built the stadium, they had to build a 60,000-foot outdoor arena, and they built it in some soccer stadium, but they had to put the cable facilities, the satellites, all the lighting and everything. And Mobutu, he was old dictatorship, bro. He had those prisoners out there working, and if they didn't work, he shot them. He put them around the corner, boom. The media said, man, you can't do that. You're being watched. The world is watching you. And it was nuts, man. It was nuts. It was fucking crazy. George Foreman got cut before the fight and had to be postponed for a month. And there were talks that a witch doctor put a spell on him. And George, he didn't want to be there, man. He didn't want to be there. And they had to post guards, make sure they took his passport, make sure he didn't leave the country because they didn't think he was coming back. His food had to be all his food was imported. He wasn't even walking his dog. They said his room in his apartment was full of piles of dog shit. And I think he even threw the dog out the window, or he threw something out the window. The dog jumped out. It was a crazy, crazy time. George was nuts. George wanted to kill Muhammad Ali. That hit coming back to normal. And shout out to Joe for winning that trivia last night and not even accepting the prize, donating it back to me. I'm gonna call Witherspoon later on today, man. I'll see how he's doing, man. Maybe send him a little bit of it. Get a pizza for him and Shania. But let me see here. What I want to do is I want to bring this fight up. I want to go back to Zaire. I know YouTube doesn't like this, but this is from my friend at Vintage Boxing. He said it's okay to show these fights. But then again, I usually get what do they call it, man? Not a copyright strike, but just a copyright thing to say they are in charge. Okay, listen, let's go to Zaire. We can talk over this. There we go, man. There we go. Keep the volume down. There we are. Here we are, man. The Rumble in the Jungle. 1080. Foreman tried to prove. See, Joe knows a lot of facts here, man. Foreman tried to prove to a reporter the dog would do anything he said. Yeah, he opened the window and said jump. The dog fell 10 stories to his death. Yeah, man. Troubled mind, man. George was troubled mind. But anyway, man, this is see the broadcast too. This was another thing. This was before your your days of HBO, of your days of pay-per-view, going over the line. There were very, very few lines for this fight. You know, this was done on telephone wire. It was being broadcast, and let's see, who's that at ringside? James Brown at ringside. It looks like me sitting behind him with a stash. That's kind of what I looked like back in the day. But we have the let's see, the broadcasting team. Bob Sheridan. But the undercard of this was it was like a non-issue. The actual undercard was it was New England Fighters. It was a dude named Terry Rondeau. I'm reading here from Pittsfield, Mass. A former New England featherweight champion. He was introduced before the fight. He was a celebrity at ringside. A New England junior middleweight title, Paul Osborne. Pete Al Romano of North Adams, Mass. Joey Hadley of Catskill, New York. First round TKO of Gene Orban of Springfield, Mass. I mean, this is a real low budget undercard. Light heavyweight Bobby Stewart from Catskill. Like I said, man, that's the dude who discovered Mike Tyson. And he won a unanimous decision over Ken Jones of Connecticut. Talk about an action-packed, star-filled undercard. But I mean, look at Big George. Big George has got one thing on his mind. He wants to go out there and destroy Muhammad Ali. And Ali is cocky. Ali was talking to him. Ali's like, "Come on, George. You're a fucking old man, George. Come on, man. You're the killer." Angelo Dundee, hair on his head. Dick Sadler, the Joe Frazier at ringside. Oh yeah, man, this is a truly an event. Like I said, I missed this one, but I had the boss Bruce Springsteen tell me the outcome of it. But I mean, Joe is in here. Joe is on the decline. He has seen his better days in the late 60s, the early 70s. Well, here we're only in 1974, but time is not very friendly to these athletes, especially somebody like Frazier. The style that Joe had, when he put his head in your chest, and him and Jim Brown. I mean, dude, this is wild. Look at the dude in the back lighting up a cigarette. Imagine doing that today. Muhammad Ali. Ali was looking good too, man. Ali was he came in, he was 39 years old, but he came in at a sleek 216 pounds. Hey, my sister Fistiana. There she is, man. One of my favorite persons on YouTube. So good to see you. So good to see you. And here you are, man. We're right at home. So shout out to the queen, the first lady of boxing out there, the first lady of YouTube, Fistiana Fights. Fistiana, where were you when this was going on, man?
Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment.
What the hell is that?
Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
Hang on here.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
He searched in her pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
Wait a minute.
But she's not worried.
YouTube
The
is
Chase
taking
mobile
over
app,
something
she
on
lock
here.
her card till it turns up. Tools to help protect.
There we go. See there? They're taking over my music. Trying to stick a commercial in there. We got everything under control. They're not. We're back to the fight. We're back to the rumble in the jungle. 50 years ago today, man. Woo! Boom-ba-ya, Ali, boom-ba-ya. And look at that beast. This is a different George Foreman. This isn't the friendly guy. Archie Moore behind him, man. This isn't the friendly guy flipping chicken breasts and burgers on the grill, man. This is a George Foreman who thought the world was against him, who thought it was him against everybody. I mean, this is a mean mofo. Muhammad Ali, confident, 32 years old, almost 32 years old in 9 months. George Foreman, 25 years old in 9 months. Their birthdays are very, very close. Foreman weighed 220. He looked like a monster. Today that would be a small heavyweight. That would be a Bridgerweight. But Smiling Joe at ringside, man, I love seeing Smoking Joe. And Ali's talking to him. Ali, they had that Zach Clayton, that referee, and he had to tell Ali, shut up. And Ali's like, what do you mean shut up? What are you gonna do? Disqualify me for talking? and fucking killer stuff. Woo, let's get ready, man. Let's get ready. And Ali, Customato told Ali, he said, you go out there, you hit him with a right hand sucker shot. You ain't gonna be expecting that. You hit him right in the nose with that right hand, and you're gonna change the whole course of this fight. Here we go. Ali, he dug the fountain of youth. 35 years old, but 32 years old. I'm sorry, 32 years young. Today, that's a baby in boxing, man. But at the time, that with all that Ali went through, I mean, this is just a great human being. This man. He goes far beyond boxing. I mean, this is a dude that man, I hate to say it, but I think I loved him more than I loved my father. Forgive me, but I mean, Muhammad, look at the right hand there. It is. Boom, and George is like, the fuck? That's like an insult to a fighter like George Foreman to hit him with a sucker right hand like that. See, Ali's he's doing what we thought he would do at the beginning of the fight. He's trying to stay away. He's dancing and jabbing. But then, in a little bit, you're going to see him. He figured out this thing. They call it rope-a-dope. And man, nobody knew what he was going to do. His corner thought he's crazy. He's just letting George Foreman do his thing, protect his. Oh, see, look at that fucking straight right hand opening punch. Woo! You know, he's making George expend a lot of energy, making George chase him, but then he stopped, bang, rapid cut. He's talking to George. He's saying, George, I'm an old man, George. What's the matter, man? You hit like a girl, George. That's all you got. Oh man, what a pleasure! And it took about a month before I saw this fight because you know this was one of the first fights HBO had. And I think there was only about 100 people in the country that had HBO. So they were showing this, on HBO to the original subscribers. So it took about a month before they finally showed it on free TV. No cable back in those days, man. You had an antenna, you had rabbit ears, maybe even a freaking clothes hanger with wire on it. But George, he just can't believe it. He just cannot believe what's going on. George has had his way with the top heavyweights in the world for the last several years, and all of a sudden he's got this guy who's not going down, who's avoiding his punches, who's got the audacity to punch back, hold him, talk to him. Nobody treated George like this. Let me get back to the music. Sitting on break right now. Let me get these guys back on stage here. There we go.
How do you help an organization that is the definition of dominance?
I think I got it. I gotta get YouTube Premium. I'm not gonna do it, but hey, Simpson, what's happening? Look at Big George. Big George is in high gear right now. He's trying to chase Ali down. Ali called him a mummy. Not throwing straight punches, those big watch. You know, wide punches, expending a lot of energy. Ali's got those elbows tucked in. And Ali hasn't employed that rope yet, baby, but he's getting ready to. And he's tying up George, not letting George get his power off. George is heading back to that corner. Dick Slater. Dick Sadler, brother of Sandy Sadler. And see, man, look at George is trying to corner Ali. Ali's gonna figure out something. He's gonna say, I'm just gonna cover up, man. George is trying to take his head off, trying to bust ribs, and Ali's got him in the headlock saying, come on, George, and that's all you got, man. You're sloppy. You punch like an old man. Rascal out, my brother. Salute, bro. He's Ali. Nobody, see, they tell you in boxing, the first rule they tell you, never move, never bend straight back. Ali, unless your name is Muhammad Ali, Ali's moving straight back. And he's getting out of the way of those fucking counter punches. Look at George, man. George wants to kill him. George wants to rumble. Any other fighter, anybody else besides Ali would have been out of there. Those big bombs that George is throwing. A billion people, they estimate 1 billion people watch this fight. Not 500,000. You know, not 300,000 to 400,000. 1 billion people. Dude, I don't think there were 1 billion people in the United States, man. 1 billion people throughout the world, they watch this fight. Rascalat, you better stop typing in caps over there. I'm gonna have to block you. Call me BL tonight. And many IDs, the rounds, Ali would take George to his corner, so I can't read that far. My eyeballs are focused. I'm trying to watch the fight. I gotta drop you a link, Rascalat, one of these days, my brother. Smoking in G Shop, my sister. Salute to you. Thank you much for stopping by. This is the 50th anniversary of the Muhammad Ali, George Foreman Rumble in the Jungle. Rumble, young man, rumble. You know, they say you can't see the future through yesterday's eyes, but man, I'm seeing it with yesterday's eyes today, bro. Look at George. Ali is just talking to him. Oh, with the freaking sneaky right hand, the sneaky straight left, holding him behind the head. Ali could get away with that. He was one of the few boxers that could get away with holding him behind the head. The referee would push his hands off. See his hand behind George's head? Man, what? This is as much fun watching this today as it was 50 years ago. Ali said, "Go sit down, George. You ain't done yet. I ain't done with you yet." Isn't this a fun one, Rascalat? Oh, Ali with a fucking left hook, something he very rarely throws. Oh, look at that combination. He's talking to him. And Ali he had a dirty mouth too. I don't even want to repeat, but I know what he said. But Ali had a yap on him. Oh, master class for sure. Look, see, this is rope right here. See, Ali's he's offering his body up. He's laying against the rope. He's letting George just punch himself out. His corner saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Move, jab." Nope, I know what I'm doing. After a couple of rounds, they said, "He's damn straight he knows what he's doing." Oh, George trying to kill him right now. And Ali on them ropes, roping the dope. You ain't got nothing, George. You ain't got nothing. Yup, he had Porsche, Veronica Porsche there, and he's talking to his wife on the phone. Oh man, there was another facet to this fight, Joe. You know it, brother. But George is trying to get him pin him in the corner, and Ali says, "It's all right. This is where you want me. Okay, man, I'm right here." George doesn't know if he said, "What is this guy doing? I don't believe he's standing there. Oh, look at that work of that body." And Ali could take that shit, man. He beat Foreman mentally in the first round. Ali was eating his punches, and George was frustrated. One of the greatest days for Muhammad Ali. Oh man, George was trying to chop that tree down. Look at those wide punches, man. Imagine the ribs. Ali could take body shots like nobody before. See how he just pulled away from that right hand? Missed it by inches. No, you can't, Simple. I get in trouble when I do that. This I might be able to get away with. We'll see. But I know when I play the commentary, they don't like that. So you're gonna have to hear that drum solo, brother. The jazz, mate. There you go, Joe. Tell him, man. This is called Bruce Cass Boxing Jazz and More. End of the round. Once again, George is going back to his corner with his head down. And Ali can feel the strength just moving George's body and his body getting stronger. We're around the ring right now. Ali staying against those ropes. Oh, George is throwing his bombs now. George just said, fuck it. I ain't going to get any stronger in this fight. And that's when Ali said to him, he says, George, is that all you got? Years later, George was telling his story, and he's like, he goes, yeah, man, that's all I had. I knew right there. Zach Clayton, he was a big referee back in the 70s. He worked some huge fights. And look at George has got him against the corner, and Ali is just kind of, nope. Not tonight, George. Not tonight. You can see George is starting to drag his feet. He's got his hands open. And George Ali got thumbed bad in this fight. You know, it's amazing that he fought this fight with one eye. You know, George tried every trick in the book. See how he's got those thumbs flared out? He's got those hands open. He's trying to cuff him, trying to cut him.
Because they were students, and another guy, they did nothing for me, by the way.
Boom, George with a big right hand. Hey, Ali, he's getting hit a little, man. He's got to hold on. George was the hardest punching heavyweight at the time, bar none. Maybe still one of the hardest punching heavyweights today. Zach Clayton telling him, when I say break, you break. Boom, Ali with a sneaky right hand. Catches him off balance again. Oh, I just heard the F-bomb drop out of my wife's mouth, and I hope it didn't go over the air. We're trying to watch those in here, but she's making some green dragons, so I got to give her a lot of credit. Got to make some edibles for later on today. Oh, they go. Look at George. George is digging down, putting his 10 toes in. Oh, everything on those punches, man. Look at that, bro. George is going for broke. And Ollie's got to say something to him again, man. Oh, I don't know, man. I think Zach Clayton's a hell of a referee. He's letting them fight on the inside. He's only breaking them when they're in a clinch, and neither one of them can punch. But there's a lot of inside boxing in here. Oh, look what I got, man. I got a clean bong here. Thanks, Toots. Nothing like it, man. My assistant just gave me a clean bong. That's what she said. Fuck about. Maybe she almost broke it, because we have twin tokers, man. We're a two toker family in here. And look at the sneak right in, and George just trying to open up. Oh, missed that fucking left hook. And Ali on his feet, just kind of putting a message in George's head, man. Joe says one of Ali's team gave the ref a few grand before the fight and told him to stop the fight if George is killing him. I thought George was going to kill him too, man. I was so nervous on this night. And when I heard Bruce Springsteen say that, whew, It was like, wow, unbelievable. This is a whole new era. Look at George's just throwing Ali around, trying to knock him out, just trying to ragdoll him. And it ain't gonna happen, man. It ain't gonna happen tonight. Big right hand to the body, left hand to the body. And George has got those gloves open so he can thumb him when he's in the inside. He wants to close Ali's eyes, man. He's doing his Sonny Liston tricks. You know, George Foreman, he goes way back to Texas, man, sparring with Sonny Liston back in the 60s. Oh, look at the body work by George. Can you imagine Ali withstanding this shit? Here's a nice hand brush. I'm good. Oh, George is just working it. And he's landing some unbelievable body shots. Ali, one of the strongest recuperative powers, taking shots to the jaw, not flinching. And George knows they're getting in there. George wants that heavyweight championship of the world, man. That's George's ticket out of the fifth award, man. You know, George went from poverty to a millionaire and back again. And back again. And another great story, but tonight it's Muhammad Ali. Oh, man. Look at the fucking left hooks. Oh, George is using them like a heavy bag. Now he's just standing there. This is the rope of dope. George is punching himself. He's, come on, I'll take some more of that. Fucking crazy bastard. Look at this shit, man. You know, it's almost like if you saw this today, the referee would get in and stop the fight. Nope. Ali bouncing off those ropes, letting the people know that he's still in there. Nailing George with an overhand right. Jabbing him. Oh, straightens George up. Big right hand. George is all over the place. Oh! George fires a left hook. Ali with a combination. Ali's like, okay, showtime. A little overhead, a little headlock there, tell everybody he ain't got nothing. I think we're getting towards the grand finale of this fight. I'm not even sure what round we're in. But if this is the 8th round, keep your eyes open, man. This is like a painter painting the finishing touches on the canvas. Ali wins that Jim Brown. Oh man, Ali was just so perfect this night. He devised a plan like nobody ever thought he would do. Even his own corner, like, are you crazy? Let this kid kill you. Freaking Bundini Brown was pulling the little patches of hair in his head that he had out. Freddie Pacheco finally realizes it. I know what he's doing. There's so much is written about this fight. You know, all you gotta do is watch some of the documentaries, and you can become a fucking expert on a Rumble in the Jungle, because you never get tired of watching this fight. Hey, Charles D, my brother, salute to you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by on this anniversary of the Rumble in the Jungle. 50 years ago today. Woo! I was 19 years old, man, in 1974. My first apartment. I went to college that year. I don't even want to tell you the rest of this because my wife was in the back of me over here. But it was a crazy time, my brother. And this was the highlight of it, I think. When I look back on it all, this was probably one of the biggest fucking nights of them all. George is still bullying him on the ropes, and Ali's still letting George expend whatever he's got left. George hasn't changed his strategy at all. He's got Achimura in his corner. I don't know why he hasn't come up with a different plan. He hasn't just stepped back, made Ali come up the ropes. Nope, he's just doing it his way. And 50 years later, man, we're watching what happened on that night. See how he's getting a little more bolder here. Ali can see George is Look at that right hand. Looks like he's carrying a briefcase, man. He's so tired right now. He's just chugging forward, trying to throw those sloppy hands, just trying to touch Ali. And you can see George has got nothing left, man. And a low blow, and it ends in a low blow. And Ali said, "You gonna hit me in the ball, George?" And here we go. They're not showing what round it is, and I'm not keeping track. But when we see Ali come off those ropes with that right hand, I think we're pretty much towards the end of the fight now. But Ali still, he made sure those ropes were loose. He went out there before the fight started, so he could lean into the ropes, lean back. He sent his crew out there to make sure that they were loose. Truly brilliant man. Yeah, Joe says, when Archie Moore saw what he did, all you beautiful people. Moore told him about that tactic years earlier. Amazing, Joe. I didn't even know that one, man. And see, George is just throwing those hands out now. He's got nothing left. He's going way low. Zach Clayton's going to break him up now with force. George is just ready to go down. He's leaning into Ali. I mean, this is the most beautiful knockout I think you're ever going to see, dude. Check this out. Left hook, right jab, straight right, jab, right hand. Oh, he very seldom throws a left hook, but he's throwing two of them now. Boom. Setting up, pivoting, just nailing George. Was doing a little bit of showboating right now. Look at that. George is falling into those right hands. Now George is just dragging ass, man. Ali telling him a few more little snippets of how he's going to go down in the next round. And look at Zach Clayton, man. Zach Clayton, he's going to get an award for the probably the most work a referee has ever done in a fight. Boom, George with a fucking wide. Oh, George with an uppercut. And you gave George a little bit of a mental, boost there. They kind of jarred Ali's head back. You know, technique. If you had said that 50 years ago, you would have made a lot of money. Because very, very few people. I'm going to say 2 out of 20 gave Ali a chance of winning this fight. I mean, I was around. I'm seeing people bet. Nobody was betting Ali. Look at George. George is just trying to chop that tree down. And Ali's talking to him, and the round is over. I'm surprised it's not showing the round coming up, but every round Ali does more on dissecting Big George. George is just walking forward now, trying to mug him. Is that all you got? Yep, that's all I got. Oh, George tried the left. Almost went out of the ring. I mean, George is just trying to grab him. I think George has any plan right now except to just smother him. Maybe get lucky and land that big right hand. Ali just so evasive, man. He's in the corner where George wants. He says, come on, here I am. And George says, okay. I mean, George is a true legend, heavyweight, Hall of Fame, two-time oldest heavyweight. I mean, dude, George Foreman's a living legend. And he's doing this to Ali. Raskalov says, my grandfather said my father was the only one that picked Ali to win. Everyone else had George Foreman winning by KO. Yep, man. And people were betting Ali would get sent to the hospital. That's how one-sided people thought this fight was going to be. And man, I hate to say it, but I didn't have any faith in Ali either. I thought he was going to get killed in this fight. This was in my salad days of becoming a boxing fan. Once I get into the sport and realize that there are special people in the sport that do what they say they're going to do. And man, you know. Hand behind the head, referee can't do it. Referee doesn't even bother. Ali just put it back there again. Pushing his head down so he can't get any leverage in his punches, hold him close. I mean, all the tricks in the book. Ace Yeehaw, Ace Yeehaw, watch your for. Hey, salute, man. Peace to you, brother. Hate to butcher your name. I'm so sorry. But you're in here. You're gonna watch a beautiful knockout. There he is, man. There's my brother Norris of Loxley. There we go, man. What? Look at this. Oh, Ali didn't even hit him again. He could have hit him again. He could have boom. Nope. I'm just admired his work. George is looking up at the referee. Ali, George, I think he beat the count, but no, they didn't give it to him. If it was us, if it was one of these referees, say it might have been different, but that was it. And George didn't complain. Nobody in his corner complained. Unbelievable. Don King, Don King knew he couldn't control Muhammad Ali. Not yet, anyway. And he had Ali in there, and he knew that it wasn't like George Foreman. Look at the Africans in the ring, man. Ali Boomba, yeah, this Don King. Look at him, man. Get the dark hair and everything. Smiling on his face, went from smile to frown, because Ali probably said, get away from me, Don King. See, Don King insulted Angelo Dundee during the build-up to this fight. And man, you know, Ali stepped right in there. You don't talk to Angelo like that. See, watch this. Watch. Ali lands out one right hand. He just admires his work. He could have nailed him 3 or 4 more times on the way down. I would have. Ali just watched him go down. Watch him go down in his section. Look at him. Boom, boom, nope. He don't need it. He got enough. Oof. Let's let this roll, man. Let's see what goes on. Let's go back to the dressing room. Let's see if they talk to Ali, because I'll put that on. We got all the police there, all the soldiers from Zaire, which is now the Congo. Crazy stuff. Ali getting escorted back, 60,000 people, and dude, right after this fight, it started pouring rain. It didn't rain for the whole fight, and this was in an outdoor arena. Mr. Paz, my brother, salute, man. Salute to you, my man. Ali's brother, Rockman, looks just like Muhammad. And Ali's got a hard time getting back to that dressing room. Like I said, this was the upset. This was as big as Ali knocking out Sonny Liston, man. This was so big. People could not believe it. This was like Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. And George, not quite realizing it, man. He was schooled. There's the rope and there's the dope. All the people in the ring, man, most of them are cops, most of them are security. Big George, getting out of this country, he's leaving 10 pounds lighter. Actually 20, he's got the WBA and the WBC. Undisputed, and the Ring Magazine's up. Yes, I was, Mr. Pads. I thought Muhammad Ali could have literally gotten hurt, man. Of course I'm smoking that gas. The only mind-altering substance I allow my body to consume. That includes caffeine, alcohol. There's my man Carlos dropping a gem out there. Please don't leave yet. We're going to watch how we go back to the dressing room. And we'll see what he has to say too. Let's get the commentary. We're gonna get a little of this. Commentary. No, that's not what I want to do. Look at the dude in the front with a white suit on, having to punch his way back there, man. Can you hear that without echo? Is that coming in okay?
Within just behind the United States, both champion.
Bob Foster's at ringside. And this was shown at like 4 o'clock in the morning, so it could be shown on prime time in the United States. And look at the people at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's a packed arena. I think a lot of these guys were brought in there with no choice of their own to fill the stadium. Salute Skywalker, my brother.
Fantastic promotion. Fantastic performance. Muhammad Ali completely fooled a lot of us thought that George Foreman was invincible. It makes me take a second look at the two lip fight. But as I said earlier, he has matches.
Yes, sir, Mr. Pads.
George Foreman. Ali unleashes a combination on a very fatigued George Foreman. Coming up here now. Right hand misses. Watch the left. There's the left, now a straight right hand.
That was it. After that straight right hand, he didn't need anything else.
That right hand
right there.
Taken right from the face of Muhammad Ali. The dressing room of Muhammad Ali. David Frost making his way down there. Ali talking to Louis Correa. Another one of his handlers there. Muhammad Ali hugging Dr. Pacheco. The position that said, yes, he will beat him. And Angelo Dundee, the only single man I know that said he wouldn't knock out George Foreman.
He was absolutely sure.
I didn't believe it. It was a friend Angelo Dundee and Jimmy. I just didn't believe it.
I believe it. Angelo believed it because he was absolute about it.
Did you know Ali looked in the mirror and to make sure he wasn't marked? What does this do? Jimmy, does it open up the heavyweight champion again?
It opens it up.
Willie Reed, is he the greatest man that ever fought?
Ali is punching punch and boxing punch. Best punch that George Foreman had.
Well, it was just I was going along with the fight, and I felt, Jimmy, that I was almost talking too much about Ali. I honestly felt that Muhammad Ali was winning. Because I looked at my score sheet, I had the first round even, then I had Ali winning the second and third. I wouldn't have a replay of this knockout round again, as our man David.
Let's see what the scorecard was on this.
We'll have the entire 8th round again for you. And Jimmy and I will comment on a little small face for you. The whole 8th round we'll have for you coming up. There was just complete minimum. Here we go. This is round 8. The round that Muhammad Ali regained the heavyweight championship of the world. Only the second man in history to do so. Floyd Patterson being the other man. Here, Jimmy is.
You gotta watch that 8th round again. Second in a bit.
Tying up George Foreman.
Well, that's a.
No, we've got the dressing room.
I'm telling you that he has no power. I kept telling you, get on your heart. Just what he did in the end. He had no strong down now. I'm a pro, see?
I did Skywalker. I thought I did. Anyway, man, we saw the fight. That's what I wanted to do the most. We got through that without any technical problems. So, get my tunes back on. Get my show over here, man. Let's see, man. Let's see the scorecards in here say on Box Rec. Zach Clayton, the referee, they had Ali up 60, 68, 66, 70 to 67, and 69 to 66. So, I don't know, I would think George Foreman would have been up by all the punches he'd thrown, but Ali's counter punches, I guess the judges were, the referee Zach Clayton, Noradine Adala. She had in rounds she had it 3 rounds to Ali, 4 rounds to Foreman, and James Taylor, another referee, man, had it 4 rounds, 1 and 2 even. But anyway, man, on this day, great fight. Thank all you cats for coming in and watching it with me, man. Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, the Rumble in the Jungle, man, great stuff. Bruce Gas here, man, Boxing Jazz and more, and I'm out here. Peace.